All right, welcome back. This is Just Kidding Man. I'm El Diablo. That's Magic Man, and here's Jose. So, so funny thing about that. So, we play Pokemon Go a lot, right? So, my my game name in Pokemon Go is One Kick Man. And then Manchester is Mega Master Z, but he wanted to be Mega Man, but it was taken. And Jose's is Jose Meister. I was
Hey.
like, why would you put your name there? Like, you could choose any name you want. You want to put your own name in there. That's yeah.
Jose,
You can be somebody else.
Yeah, you could be somebody else.
why would I want to be somebody else when I could be Jose Meister?
No, so it goes back to the all right. So we watch a lot of anime too. Like in a lot of the animes, like when they play games or they do stuff, they have their name character. If they go inside the game, somehow they get transported inside the game, and they become that character. So like that what happens to us. I'm like, oh, I'm One Kick Man. Oh, there's Mega Master Z, and there's Jose right there. It's like, yeah,
it's
like
Jose Meister.
oh, yeah,
Okay?
yeah. It's like you're just gonna name yourself that in the games. Like it's not fun, you know. Like, oh, I'm a character. I'm a swordsman. Yeah, One Kick Man is the swordsman.
Hey,
Mega Master Z is a wizard, and Jose Meister's an archer.
Yeah, Jose, I'll be the shield hero. I don't give a shit. Fuck that. Like,
The
yeah.
shield hero is not going to be Jose.
yes,
His name
he
is
should
not
change
Fumi.
his name to Jose Meister. That's all there is to it. All right.
Now
So-
you bring up a good point, but how is One Kick Man a swordsman?
He just does it. He just does it. Somehow there's a sword in his foot. He just does it.
He just
Actually,
kicks
I've seen
everybody.
that before.
See,
That's funny.
it's to psych people out. I was like, oh, he's gonna kick me. No,
a
he has a
kicker.
sword. He has a sword.
He's a
you know.
kicker and slashed you right
You look
there.
at his feet, and the next thing you know,
Like
bam,
slash.
hit it.
Slash.
Or
This past week we had just came back from WonderCon 2019 in Anaheim.
Wondercon. Yeah, we went to
It was pretty
WonderCon.
good.
Oh man, this past weekend, and it was one to remember for my end, considering that we only did 2 days instead of 3. Typically we do the 3-day weekend, but they kind of up the prices, and we leave on Sunday anyway, so we just decided to do the 2 days. But yeah, man, I got a good story out of it. How was yours? How was your experience?
Same thing. Like it was fun. Like normally WonderCon is not as jam packed as Comic Con. So that's the one of the good things I like about it.
Mhm.
The other thing is that there's not that many people who smell like they haven't taken a shower for the longest time there. That's like a plus to my side.
Yeah.
What about you, Manchester? What do you think?
I enjoyed it, but for different reasons than you guys. I didn't get to get the super big prize like you guys did, but it was still enjoyable.
Well, you chose to go wait in line for like 2 days just to get signatures instead of like walking the con and enjoying it.
Yeah. So
I still enjoyed it.
yeah, so when we go to conventions, we usually have like our own little plan. Like I'll go and try to get, some signatures, not necessarily like CGC unless it's something that I really, really want. I know Kong likes to what do you like to do?
Well, I
You
just
like
like
to
to I like to walk around and see. Usually, I like to find graphic novels or find like good deals on comic books because certain places they'll sell certain comics for like higher price, where other places they'll sell for cheaper. So I like to look around, see what's cheaper.
He likes
Maybe
to
find
surprise
stuff
you,
for these guys.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool too. I mean, sometimes we have like different exclusives that we all want to get.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do. We
people
do like to
going.
split stuff up though, like because I would go to Graffiti because that's the main thing. So at Graffiti Comics, they're signed with exclusive with DC Comics, so they will have certain comics there that are foil. Basically, they're foil and they're like $15 each.
Yeah.
And I would always go there first because I always want to get there first and get the stuff before they run out. So we would just split up where they'll give me the money and I'll go buy it, and then they'll go do it. They'll go to other places and go buy their exclusives. That way we could get it. Otherwise, it usually sells out. But WonderCon usually doesn't sell out, but we don't want to take that risk. Where Comic Con it does sell out if you don't get there and buy the stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. So for day one, I did a couple of signings in CGCs. That's what it was for the most part. And then day 2, I got to enjoy it a little bit more. Got to kind of walk around and do some more fun stuff.
Well, no, tell them why. Tell them why you walked around. You had so much fun because what happened the day before, first day. What happened to all your money?
Okay, so yeah, so first day 1, I kind of blew the majority of my
Wait, how
budget.
much did you bring with you?
So I brought like around ballpark it somewhere around close to 500, somewhere around there. But in that, I gave gas money. I also bought food with it. I also
Should have had rice cake.
should have had rice cakes.
So you would know with that, the money I took to the convention, I usually take about 500 to 600 with us for WonderCon. That's just money to spend there. That's not food money. Like I have
Typically, yeah.
I have food money on my card. You know what I mean? So that money I take cash with me itself. That's all for the convention. I never usually spend that on food or other stuff. That's just to buy stuff at the convention.
Yeah, and I didn't prepare as much this time. I didn't save up as much as I should have, just due to some like unforeseen expenses.
Stuff always comes up.
And then, but yeah, I mean, so the first day I pretty much spent it on getting my stuff graded and CGC'd. You know, I got to get a lot of cool signatures from like, you know, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo,
Tom
Peter,
King.
yeah, Tom King, Peter Tomasi. And it was just, and it's for me too. So, you know, I had to pay the fee for that. I also bought like a couple of variants. So the majority of my money went to that. Which was it's not bad because it's something that I like, you know. I think we all have like our thing that we're all really into, and you know, for me that was my thing. But yeah, towards the end of the convention, when I really had money to spend, it was mostly like, let's say like $40, whereas like, you know, in convention money, $40 is like $3 in the real world. If you go to like 7-Eleven,
that's how money works. But
it's yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of how it is though. It's like you want to get this and you also want to get that, but with like $3, if you walk into 7-Eleven, it's like, am I going to get the soda or am I going to get the chips? Because nowadays you can't afford both. You know what I mean?
Very true.
So
with that, guys, with that word of advice, like the food trucks outside of these big conventions, they're so expensive. Like
pretty pricey.
Like I remember one year we bought food at the convention off the trucks, and I bought like a sandwich with fries and almost a drink, and it came out to like almost $20. I was like, dude, the sandwich is small, the drink was like a little can, fries were low sided, it came out to $20. I was like, dude, that was so expensive. Jose got the pizza, like a little personalized pizza for like how much?
Probably around
The same price. So like if you can try to stay away from those trucks, they're very expensive. Like there's usually restaurants around the corner, you know what I mean, like or Carl's Jr. or Denny's somewhere around the corner.
Yeah,
or just pack your own food.
Or just pack your own food.
Yeah.
They do let you bring in like your backpack and like food and stuff, so you're good.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a pretty overall. It was a pretty good experience. It did feel a little bit weird because we did the 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually we do the 3 days, and I feel like the second day, like we're like a little bit more like okay, it's almost over. But you know, if I really need to buy something the next day, I could kind of go in to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I was like, okay, this is day 2. It's like this is the
last
chance I get to do anything. So. You know, I got to do the Shazam video, but I didn't get to do the
picture.
The picture. So that's
we
kind
missed the group photo this year.
So usually at Comic-Con and WonderCon, there's a booth at DC that lets you take pictures for free, and they'll print it out for you. With the background, they'll have like either like a DC comic book, or last year Comic-Con they had like Aquaman, so we took a picture with the Aquaman in the background. And they'll print it out for you like in a minute. And you just take it, give it to each person. You can take it home.
Yeah,
so that's the good part.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, the DC booth has like a lot of cool things going on. Always, they always have some kind of like interactive stuff.
And they're always giving little things away.
Yeah, so much. So they give you free comic books, pens, stuff. Just go in there, like just walk around. They'll give you stuff, and then you can see it sometimes. This convention, it was actually like one of the best ones because they had the cast of Shazam there, and they were giving out free movie tickets early preview screening for the movies, and then so me and Jose had to line up. So there was a long ass line, and then once you get up to the front, there's 2 people. And you put your hand in the bag to pull out lottery.
So it's lottery based.
Yeah. So like, is it
two colors?
Is it red or white?
Red. Yeah, either red or white.
Red is actually you win, and then they give you like the printing of the ticket, and they give you like a little wristband. Yeah. So first time we did it, we failed. So we had to go back in line again, and then we went back in line again, and then we went back up again.
Yeah. So the second time I told Kong, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna try to cheat. I'm gonna try to get like a bunch of them at the same time. You know, and if I see the red, I'm gonna stick to the red because you know if you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
So I go and I do it. I grab like 3 of them, and it happened that one of them was red, but the lady caught me. So they were like, "Put it back." I was like, "All right, shit." I was like, but I was still trying to hold on to the red. They're like, "No, put it all back." I was like, "Damn it." So she like shakes it up, but where they messed up was that the bag that they were using was white, so you could see kind of the red. So then I was like, so she's like, no peeking. I was like, okay, but then I kind of look like out of the corner of my eyes to see where the red one was at, and I just like, oh my god, here it is, I got the red. So yeah, so then like, so I got it, and then Kong had said like, you know what, this is the last time I'm gonna try. If I don't get it this time, then I'm not gonna try.
Well, see, I was right behind him, and then I was in a different. I was gonna get it from a different person.
People that was doing
but
it.
he was talking to somebody else. So I was like, okay, I was waiting. The lady seen, hey, you want to do this? Okay, so I went in real quick, and I grabbed it, and sure enough, I got a red one too. So we both got the tickets. We were so happy.
We were hella stoked. So then after that, we went to the hotel, and we like rested up a little bit because we had been at the convention
And
from
we,
like
we were
from
texting
hella
Manchester about the whole process.
Yeah, and so then we
Oh, you want to hear my part?
wait, hold on. Because you did it after us.
Like
text
half
him.
an hour after you guys.
Did you have to do the raffle thing too, or no?
Nope, I just got up there. They gave me a free ticket.
So
Yeah,
and
that's
then half
so
an hour after that, they were just handing them
Yes.
out. Period.
So we went back to the convention like around 4-ish to go take pictures and like do the Shazam booth, whatever. And we get there and we see like a group of people at the DC booth, and they were just like, "Hey, you want tickets? You want tickets to the Shazam?" I was like, "Dude, what? Why did we have to struggle over there? Like, there was a long
I didn't
line.
struggle
People
at
were like
all.
angry. They were
They were just
leaving.
handing it out,
Then after that, they were just handing me stuff out. I was like, "You want one?" I was like, "Dude, I got one. I thought I won. I was so happy. I was like, oh, I won." But
I looked
no,
at Kong.
You had
and
to do it twice.
Yeah, I looked at Kong and I was like, I feel less special now.
Yeah.
Like,
because we were so happy. Like, dude, we won. I can't believe we got it.
Like,
Like,
oh my
Manuel
God.
got it. It's like, we gonna go. It's like,
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
so then so then we went to the so then we did our convention or whatever, and we asked them, we're like, oh hey, where's the movie going to be screened at, because it was an advanced screening last week, and they're like, oh, it's going to be at the AMC theater. And we're like, oh, okay, cool, that we always go to that one whenever we go to conventions.
yeah, we messed up. We thought it was at downtown Disney.
Yeah,
That's where it was.
Yeah, we thought it was at downtown Disney, so
So we ended up walking there.
we-
It takes about 30 minutes to walk
yeah,
there.
we left we left early so that because the screening was at
7.
7, but they were gonna start seating at 6. So we're like, hey, we'll leave like at what time? 4:30 or something.
Yeah, 4:30 to get there at 5.
Oh, closer. So yeah, so then we leave at like 4:30, and then what ends up happening is we get there, and I was like, why is the windows closed for the?
Why is everything boarded up?
I was like, where's the
Like-
window? I was like, oh, they're probably on their lunch or something. But
Yeah.
then I'm looking around and I'm like, oh no, they're eating. This didn't used to be a restaurant. So I was like, oh no, dude, I think we're at the wrong theater. I think they closed it down. So then we look at the tickets and it says like AMC 30 orange or something like that. And we're like, oh no.
So we Google it. We Google Map it. It's like it's further than
like,
we thought it
it's
would
not
be.
walking distance.
Yeah,
So then we had to call an Uber
to get there.
we waited. So we walked to like one of the hotels there to get, so that we kind of stood out. And then we took the Uber over there. And then our Uber guy was kind of cool, but then he was like almost like scaring us a little bit in a way, because he was like, yeah, like a couple months ago, somebody drove around and they got stabbed. Like, I was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. Like the passenger just started stabbing him in the neck, the driver in the neck. And I was like,
You don't do that to a driver.
yeah. I was like, dude, why are you sharing this with us? Like,
What a terrible way to commit suicide.
I was like, I don't have a knife on me,
You're not gonna get stabbed by us.
Yeah,
so don't
sir,
worry about
do
us.
not worry.
We're just two nerds trying to get to a movie.
That's all we're trying to do.
We're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Just keep driving. We're almost there.
Yeah,
like,
we're almost
4 more
there.
minutes. We're there, and we'll be gone. We'll be fine.
Yeah, and then and we get there and we couldn't figure out what line to get in.
No,
'cause-
there was 2 lines there,
so
but
there was one for the DC Unlimited app. They also got an advanced screening, so then we didn't know what line to. We didn't know that at this time, so we're like, okay, we'll get into this line because they have wristbands. But some lady, like, she came out and she was like, hey, I just asked them right now, the people inside, and they said it's the other line. So it's like, okay, now we got to walk to the other line, lose like the spot that we were like ahead. But yeah, I mean, it was still cool.
worked out.
Yeah, it still worked out.
best part is when we got inside, they told us, hey, with your wristband, you get a free large popcorn, large drink, and a bag of candy. I was like, dude,
Ooh.
they're like, that's awesome. Like, that's like $30-$40 right there.
Yeah. They spoiled
Yeah,
us.
they spoiled us. That's not even the best part of the story. Like we get in there, we're waiting, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it gets closer to 7, like these people walk out,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, we're this and this and this." And then how do you guys are going to enjoy the movie? Like, who's your favorite thing? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
They're talking about it. It goes, "Hey, are we ready? No, we're not ready. They're going to give me the signal. Once they give me the signal, give me the thumbs up. I want you guys to do something for me." Okay. So we're waiting. 5 more minutes later, they go, "Okay." They give them the signal. They go, "All right, guys. We got a special treat for you, but you guys got to do something for us. What is it? You guys got to say it. Say what? Say the magic word. Say it loud." So we're all like, "Shazam!
Yeah.
Shazam!" We're all screaming, "Shazam!" And then, sure enough, out walk from the back comes the cast.
From the side. Like,
Walks the cast of
just a couple
Shazam,
seats
like
away.
Zachary Levi, Astro Angel, like everybody's walking down. Everybody's just going crazy. They come out. They're telling us about the movie, like giving us like, "Oh, this is who's this? Who's the director?"
We're going crazy.
Yeah.
We're like, it's amazing. Best day ever.
Best day ever, like best movie ever. That was actually the first experience I ever had like that, like seeing the actors, like watching not a sneak preview, early screening of the movie.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was really cool. The actors they were really cool too. And then the movie.
Oh, the movie, you
man.
guys! If you guys see the movie,
No spoilers.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. Spoilers
Yeah.
everywhere, everywhere. Like
No,
it's just
it was
plain awesome.
It was awesome, and it was crazy because what was really interesting to see too was, so we're all like a big bunch of nerds all in like one place. So the guy that was next to me, I think his name was Josh, and his dad has been collecting comics since he was like hecka young. So he's like showing me online, like on his phone, like all the all his stuff. So he has like stuff from Jack Kirby. He has like Mary Marvel. So then it was interesting to see
right there.
yeah, he was like a diehard. So it was really interesting to see like, when you're watching the movie and like first 5 minutes into the movie, out of the corner of my eyes, I kind of see them like, "Oh, did you see that?" Like, "Oh my God, yeah." So
Yeah.
that was really interesting to me because I'm not too familiar with the whole Shazam like storyline. So when they caught something right away, it was really interesting to see that their reactions and their interaction to the movie. But yeah, I was like, man, I wish I could go through that.
And Kong, you're familiar with Shazam, right?
Yeah, so Jose actually has the graphic novel for the new 52 Shazam written by Jeff Johns, but he never read it. But I borrowed from him, I read it. So this movie actually keeps close to the comics itself, but instead of the villain, you guys already know the villain is going to be Sylvan because he's in the trailer already. So
Yeah.
he's the main villain
Yeah.
instead of Black Adam, which is the main
Wait, who
villain
is
in the
the
comics. Sylvan? Savon?
Is Savannah?
Savannah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the main villain in there. He's actually a good villain in there. Like, he,
Yeah. It was a really good one, man.
the story's solid. Like, it's a solid story, like from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Like, it's not some parts where, "Oh, dude, what just happened? Like, how did he do this? How did he do that?" No, like, it goes from beginning to end, like a solid storyline.
See, I don't know what made me enjoy the movie. I don't know if it was the combination of everything, like
good
the
day.
free food, the free
The
screening,
actors.
the actors coming out.
No
that made
previews at all.
no
for any
previews
movie.
at all.
We just straight to the movie, guys.
Yeah.
Straight. I appreciate that. Straight to the damn movie.
See, I don't know if that was like, I don't know if that's what made this movie such a good movie, or if it was like the movie. You know what I mean?
I think it's the movie itself because the
Yeah.
acting was great. Like the kid actors were all good. Like usually kid actors are annoying. They really just but no, this one's actually good. The comedy itself, the humor in there, straight funny. You'll laugh like you watch it
Yeah.
over. You'll just keep laughing at it.
I'll be like the first to admit I was not planning on watching that movie, like, because like from an outsider kind of perspective going in, like his suit looks too bulky. Like yeah, I get it because it's like, Black Adam's The Rock and he's huge and yoked out like crazy, but Zachary
Well, he has the
Levi-
strength of Hercules.
Yeah, but it just seemed kind of like exaggerated. You know what I mean? Whereas like Henry Cavill, his looks like
He's built. Really.
he's built.
Well,
So
solid muscle.
yeah, so
Well, that was the one thing people were talking about Zachary Levi. Like, he's not like built enough. He's not be the right character. But
Yeah.
sure enough, when you watch the movie,
but,
like
yeah, so
he's on point with that movie. Like
Yeah,
he does it.
So I wasn't, and you
Yeah.
know what? And what's funny is because I've been asking like a lot of people like around where I work and all about the movie too, and I was telling them like, hey, go watch Shazam because I really enjoyed the movie. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, and they're like, I was like, go watch Shazam. Are you gonna watch Shazam? They're like, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, trust me, watch it. Like,
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting for the red box or something.
Nah, dude. I think that's one of those movies you actually have to go experience it at the movies because you're gonna get you're gonna get a better feel for the movie too. That's just like my opinion too, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'd never give movies a 9. I gave that one a 9 just because it was really well made, and I think a lot of it was too that I wasn't super familiar with like the origin. So when they kind of explained the origin, throughout the movie, so you're not going off of like Superman's origin,
Yeah.
Batman's origin.
There's a lot of the well-known, but this one's
there's a
not.
lot of expectations already. Whereas
Yeah.
Shazam, I'm kind of like, okay, who's
It's
kind
new
of
to you.
Shazam, So it gives you room to explore it a little bit more as well. So I don't know. I can't say good enough things about that movie. I think people should really go watch it. It was a really great
And
experience.
then the ending, the last scene of the movie, guys.
Not the mid credits or the post credits, just the last scene of
the
it.
whole movie.
That one was awesome.
That one
That's
just out of
hilarious.
nowhere. They
Solid?
just out of nowhere,
Solid, dude.
dude. The last 3 minutes of the movie,
Yeah.
out of nowhere. I'm not even gonna say, but
Yeah.
you watched it. You know what I'm talking about. Like it's
It was really it was
like
funny.
out of nowhere. It's like, dude,
I was like, what?
what? You're just laughing your ass off. I was like,
yeah,
I can't believe they did that. Like, whoa,
yeah.
it's a great movie. Solid movie.
That's
Yeah,
good to hear.
That was awesome. Did you guys get any funny stories out of the convention? Because I got one.
Yeah, go ahead. I like to hear your stories.
Okay. So,
I like the way you tell them.
So the way it works is Jose's usually a good storyteller. Then Manchester usually likes to explain stuff, and I just go along and just say random stuff. That's what I do.
So it's kind of weird because I'll start off with a story, but then I'll like go off like to separate different ways. Anyways,
Tangents.
yeah. So with this one I was standing in line to meet Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, right?
Two cool dudes.
The super awesome people.
They really are.
They're super talented as well. So then what happened was we met up with one of our buddies over there. We'll call him PJ.
More than just one of our buddies, but
Yeah, it was PJ and his friend, and anyways, so we get there and it was day one of the convention. So then we're standing in line and they're kind of following me for this one, so they could kind of get an idea of how to get their stuff graded because you need witnesses, blah blah blah. So we end up waiting like a good 2 hours maybe. It felt like 2 hours for the Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo signature, and Scott Snyder was running a little bit late. So then, so what ends up happening is they have they have a panel to do at 2:00. So I'm standing in line, I'm still waiting, and it's like it's like 2:00, or no, it's not 2:00. It's like 12:30. I was like, okay, I'm starting to get antsy. Then comes 1:00, and it's like, oh no, like okay, we're still good. Comes 1:30, and it's like, oh no. So now it's like 1:40, and we're finally in that group, like where they let you go to get where there's like 5 or 6, maybe 10 people to get your stuff signed, right? So then, so our buddy, he has this habit of kind of speaking out loud, like without thinking.
I mean, thinking out loud.
Or maybe thinking out loud. No, I don't know. He doesn't
It's both.
think.
It's both.
He just
Yeah, he
talks.
does it.
He just talks.
He blurts things
He
out.
blurs
shouldn't
things
say.
out. Yeah. And so
Oh,
it's
PJ.
it's 1:44, and they have to be at a panel at 2:00. So I'm like antsy. PJ's right in front of me. So then PJ's like, just talks out loud. Hey, doesn't Scott Snyder have a panel at 2? I was like, I just looked at him like, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? Yeah, they have a panel at 2. Like, don't they got to leave pretty soon? I'm like, no, why are you doing this? Like, what is wrong with you? I was like, dude, I'm gonna go in front of you if you keep this up. He's like, I'm just saying. Like, I was like, no. I was like, God damn it, man. So then, I already got my books out so they could sign it, and he still has to take his books out to sign it. And I was like, you know what? I'm cutting you. So I went right in front of him so they could start signing my stuff, and they're pretty cool. It was a pretty cool experience, but man, PJ, dude. He almost ruined it. I don't even think he would have ruined it, to be honest, because Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, they're always cool and they always stay past their time to continue with their signings and stuff anyways. But it was just me being like, it was me really wanting to get those signatures and PJ being PJ.
Well, something that happened is when they did leave, there were still a bunch more people who wanted to get their stuff signed. They gave all of them tickets.
Oh, okay.
So at the later signing, they actually went in front of me, and I was there actually for like maybe 40 minutes before I got my stuff signed. So I was whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, these guys. And then the other funny one that I experienced was I was waiting in line for Tom King, and he's the one that writes like Batman, Miracle Man, Heroes in Crisis. He's doing like a lot of this stuff nowadays. So then when I was waiting in line for him, Donny Cates, the one that's writing Venom, Marvel, he's like, hey, are you guys in line for Scott Snyder? And then everybody's like, Tom King. He's like, oh, that guy? That guy sucks. It's all about Marvel, guys. No, he's like, that guy sucks. And he's like, boo. Everybody just starts like booing him. And he's like, it's all about Marvel. And then he just goes to his booth, just like trolling everybody. I thought that was pretty hilarious, but it's all in good fun. So that was my experience as far as like stories.
I had a an eye opener experience. So we went. There was this little booth that made shirts, right? And so I get there, then like they're like, oh, what designs do you want? I was like, oh, okay, I want this one. So I got this shirt, and they made it right in front of me. I have never seen that. It was so awesome.
Screen
Pretty
printing,
sick.
yeah.
So they get it. They get the shirt. They got my size and everything. They put it on the board and they press it down. They're doing the whole process. I was like, hey, can I like put you on Snapchat? Record you? They're like, no. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just joking. Yeah, go ahead. So I'm getting it. I'm looking at them doing it like Snapchat. I was like, dude, this is so amazing. I have never seen them do that. I was like a little kid, like just learning like something brand new. I was like, dude, it's an amazing process. They're doing it. It takes less than like 5 minutes. They press the shirt. They do it, and then they give it to like the other guy who like put it on top of hot iron.
Yeah, like iron.
That heats up the design. Yeah, dude, like came out to like this was a shirt. It was like $10, guys. $10 for this shirt.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of it.
They're called Vicious Kill.
Yes, dude. Yeah. So it was just like, oh my god, I can't believe
Shout
you
out
just
to
did
them,
that.
right?
Yeah, shout out to Vicious Kill. They're putting out some pretty good products, man. Like I really enjoy their stuff. They had this really cool hat where it was the sensei, what's it called? The Supreme Kai's.
Yes.
Supreme Kai's little planet, and then they have pins also that go along with it. So it looks like it's chasing
Goku.
Yeah, so
the
it's
monkey, Goku, and
yeah.
the little cricket chasing him.
It has like a bunch of different characters on there too, and so they have like not necessarily like Dragon Ball Z, but they have other stuff on there too. Yeah, and they had like a Stan Lee one too. I thought that was pretty, not too soon, but it was just right. Yeah, but yeah, that was a pretty cool experience.
So here's a funny story that's been going on for like a couple of years now. So like I said, I usually like to go walk around, and there's like these three booths that are owned by the same company, and they sell like graphic novels 50% off.
And they have singles for $1.
Yeah, or singles for $1. Now they have singles for $1. Before they just had graphic novels. They have a bunch of other stuff, but graphic novels. So I would go there and spend like an hour or two, like in each booth, looking through the graphic novels, picking them out because they're 50% off. That's cheap, dude. So we've been going to Wondercon now like 6 years, and they're the same people who do there. So when I would go there, I would buy books. And then eventually they would recognize me now, like at the convention.
He goes super often. They recognize.
Yeah, they recognize me. Like I would buy so much, so they would give me like way better discounts after that. Like it would be 50% off. They'll give me like extra 10% off, or they'll give me like a couple graphic novels for free.
Yeah.
So Jose goes, man, I bet you they think you're like the same guy. Like, hey, you're Josh? Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Hey, I'm Josh. Yeah.
Like,
what up, Josh?
Hey, Josh, you're back again.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
yeah.
Weren't you at that convention? Yeah. Oh, bro, you keep coming back, man. Here, man, I'm gonna give you another discount. Like, take all this. Like, yeah, that's what's up, dude. Like,
you're Jeremy, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Jeremy? Welcome back, man.
Dude, yeah.
Just go with it, man.
Yeah, just go with it.
Go
like,
with it, guys.
I'm getting like more percent off, and I'm getting like free stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I don't care. You
Heck
call me whatever
yeah.
you want, man.
That's what's up, man.
Give me more stuff. Like usually, like my stuff come out to like 200. Like just give me like 150. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This and that.
They'll hook it up fat, dude.
Like just good stories like this that goes around for the convention. Wondercon is like the convention where we're at. Like it's our main convention we like to go to. Comic-Con is big, but Wondercon, it's a little bit smaller, but it's nicer.
Yeah.
You can actually walk around.
You can walk around. Like you don't have to. So at Comic-Con, the main thing I hate about Comic-Con is it's the line. Like you have to go wait in line. So for Pops at Comic-Con, you have to go wait in line to go get wristbands. Then you could go wait in line to go buy it. No, see, you have to wait 2 hours
not
to
guaranteed
wait 2
anything.
hours, and you're not guaranteed.
Yeah.
You know, you go buy it. You're not guaranteed that you're gonna get it. They might be sold out. So that's the thing. Is like you have to wait to go buy something. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna wait like a whole day.
And then
just
you
go
have
wait
to wait to get into the
Yeah.
convention too.
to go wait.
Yeah.
You wait to wait.
It's LineCon for sure.
So this
Hurry up and wait.
so they say it's true that you can't do two things at once at Comic-Con. If you want to go to Hall H, you can't go to the convention. Because to go to Hall H, you have to wait there on a Monday, and it opens on a Wednesday to get the wristband to go wait again to go see your people. And then once you get inside the Hall H, it's not like your panel's going to be there. The panel's your panel's probably like 9 p.m. and you get there like at 9 a.m. You're gonna stay there for the whole 12 hours. They're not gonna kick you out.
Oh, yeah.
You just stay there just to see your panel. Then you leave if you want to.
Is
So
this-
there's a lot of waiting.
For Hall H?
Yeah, for Hall
Oh,
H.
yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
there's people
yeah.
camping.
Camping.
There's people that take their camping bag. They're like, their bags. They're like sleeping bags, and
Yeah,
they
they
sleep
do.
on the side so they could get into Hall H. It's pretty nuts.
Hey, but they don't have to pay for the hotel.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
And it's a
too.
good thing. Like once you
Yes.
camp out there, like it's nice. Like, everybody's all out there doing the same thing, so you're not gonna get robbed. And they have security and cops walking around the pier,
Yeah.
so you're not gonna get robbed or anything. Everybody's doing the same thing. Like that's the good part about Comic-Con. A lot of security. Like they close down like downtown, all this just to make sure like everybody's safe. No cars going there because like thinking in the past, people have got hit or stuff
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. They get like a lot of volunteers to help out with like the street crossing because it gets really crazy. Yeah, last year was pretty cool because we went with we played Pokemon Go. It was Zapdos Day.
Yeah.
right? We played with Peter Gwen. Yeah,
Somebody,
yeah.
this other Asian guy.
Yeah, and he's
random
like
guy we met.
he's one of the artists over there from Comic-Con and WonderCon. Check out his work; it's really awesome. But yeah, he was a pretty cool dude. He's like a really big like Pokemon Go fan too.
Yeah, he was really chill.
Yeah, so that was fun too.
But back to WonderCon. WonderCon is nice because it's like I said, it's not as big.
Smaller.
It's a little bit smaller, but it's still
Oh.
big enough where you get like a lot of exclusives that you want.
Yeah,
I think what you mentioned before was the reason you prefer it is because Comic-Con itself has like so many commercial ones. Like
Yes.
there's Lego there.
Yeah.
There's like TV.
Like a
there's
movie
Milo
production.
Pony has a big booth. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, why is it Milo Pony where Comic-Con itself is in the name Comic Con? Is like, where's all the comics? It's just one little section for comics all the way at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, why is there only a little section? Everything else is like a huge part of just pop culture.
It's more pop culture. There's like more, I guess you would say, like the big companies.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have booths there.
Lionsgate, Fox.
Like Marvel doesn't have a booth at WonderCon,
They
but
have a
they have a
stage.
big one at DC.
Yeah,
Not DC, sorry. San
Comic-Con.
Diego Comic
Yeah.
Con. And then there's like the Lego. There's, I think Disney has one.
Oh, they do.
booth and
Yeah,
stuff.
they
Yeah.
have a bunch of stuff.
Like all these little different
Hasbro.
companies have
Yeah,
one.
Hasbro has
has their own
Yeah.
booth. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah. How was your experience, Manchester?
It's pretty good. So I think I mostly stuck to signings and getting things CGC graded.
Mm-hmm.
So one of our buddies, Steven, had a signing for the team, Tom King and the Jim Lee one.
Lee.
So I gave him a book for Jim Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get that one witnessed.
Yeah.
But I also waited in a different line for Snyder and Capullo.
Mhm.
They're both really cool dudes. I think it's awesome that Snyder writes for DC, but he's also into anime.
Oh yeah.
So
He's a big My Hero Academia fan.
yeah,
With his
we were talking about the movie. I haven't seen it yet, but he highly recommends it.
Yeah.
Really cool dude.
Yeah.
And then I got to talk to Joe Hill, who's the writer of Lock and Key.
Wait,
He
who's
does
Joe
a lot of
Hill?
Horror stuff.
the writer.
So Joe Hill, he's a, well, I don't like saying it because he doesn't like saying it, but he's actually Stephen King's son.
Then why is his name not Joe King then?
Oh well, he took his mom's maiden name so that he didn't get famous for being his.
So
dad's
basically, he's King of the Hill then.
son. Yeah, yeah, I didn't say that before. Yeah, because he's got the last name Hill, and technically he's also king.
And he's white, so he's Bobby. He's Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill, come here, stay away from my daughter, Bobby Hill. As you guys know, I'm Laotian, so yes. And so King of the Hill, they're not speaking Laotian, not the one I know. So I don't know what the hell they're speaking, but that's not Laotian.
I think there's only one Laotian, so if they're not speaking the right one, they're not speaking the right one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they're speaking like maybe a mountain dialect. I don't know, but I don't understand. The word Khan says in that.
Yeah, licorice.
Licorice, like, stay away from my daughter. Like, I don't, what? What are you saying? But yes, go back to your story by King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Joe Hill was pretty cool. I asked him what was his favorite key. In Lock and Key, they have keys that can do different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one where you can open someone's head, and you can put stuff in there, or you can pull stuff out. So you can pull memories, or you can put books in there. There's a anywhere key that you open it, and you can go wherever you want. And there's also one that makes you like a giant. There's one that lets you control shadows. So I asked him what his favorite one, and he said it was the anywhere key. His wife is British, so they travel back and forth a lot. So that's like a 14-hour plane ride.
That would save a lot of time.
And money, too.
And hassle. Yeah.
But I mostly did that. I bought some toys for my buddy Oscar. There were model kits for Power Rangers. Okay. He really enjoyed building them. They look pretty cool.
That's cool. They had like 2 exclusives for Power Rangers, didn't they?
For Bluefin or
no.
Boom?
The comics.
Oh, the comics?
Yeah, they had one that had Alpha 1.
Uh-huh.
Alpha 1 was basically the first Alpha bot that Zordon built, and he was a good guy for a long time, but apparently he went rogue. I'm not current on that story.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one was an exclusive that had, I'm probably going to mispronounce this,
Digimon.
but the Praetor.
Uh-huh. It's a Digimon.
He's a pretty cool character.
He looks like a Digimon.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with his cover is, who is this guy? He doesn't have a backstory yet. He's, fought the Rangers, once. And I'm just it's going to be over in 3 more issues.
He's Bryan Cranston. He's Bryan Cranston.
Ooh. What's his name? Josh from the comic book store. He was telling me that for the Power Rangers event that's coming up, they're going to have, foil variants.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so me being
I know you guys are into
that being the nerd that I am and the sucker for foils and 3D covers, I told them to put them on my pull list. So, yeah, just a heads up if you guys.
Yeah, I gotta let them know.
Yeah, it's good. There's one. The main cover I think is gonna be the White Power Ranger, the White Ranger.
Yeah.
So that's So if that one's
necessary evil.
Yeah, that one. So if it's if it's the White Ranger with the foil cover with the little, how they hold the helmets cover, dude, that's gonna be sick.
That would look nice.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you know what, put me on it.
Well, do you guys want spoilers for this part?
I didn't.
Spoilers for what?
Power Rangers.
Go for it.
Well,
Thug Life.
Tommy's the White Ranger.
Well, in issue 40, the White Ranger's supposed to come out, but Tommy's dead.
Yeah,
Tommy can't die. He's like the main.
Dead.
He's like the face of Power Ranger. He can't be dead.
Yeah.
No, but he was killed by his alternate.
No. He will come back somewhere, guys.
They'll find a way.
Tommy's the main guy. You can't kill him. You can kill Zordon, but you can't kill Tommy.
Tommy was killed.
It looks like Lord Zed's gonna come out because I see his henchmen everywhere. The ones with the wings.
The little birds.
The birds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Lord Zed's going to come.
Yeah, I think that's already been confirmed that he's gonna be part of the Rangers continuity too.
And there's also 2 books coming out this year for Power Rangers. There's one, I forgot the exact title, but basically the Psycho Rangers are coming back. It's set sometime in the future. Andros, the Red Space Ranger, and his sister Corone. She was the bad guy who then turned into the Pink Ranger for Lost Galaxy. They're supposed to come back to fight them.
It's a long time for Manchester, man.
So speaking of that, so at Wondercon and Comic Con, usually like certain booths they'll have Power Rangers, like old
Power Rangers,
the actual Power Rangers from the shows, from different seasons there at their booth. So they'll sign stuff, take pictures. Because I remember one year I seen a Power Ranger, the one from Lightspeed Rescue, the pink one there. I also seen the Time Force one at a different booth he was signing. Like, you see a lot of these Power Rangers there. Comic-Con, you Jason, David, Frank was there. Comic-Con.
Yeah, I got a picture with them.
So my story with that was I saw that his, again, I call them handlers because that's what I call their like assistants or whatever. I saw that his handlers were like, all right, it's time to go. So what I did was I snuck out to the side where I knew he was gonna get off, and I got my like camera ready for a selfie for when he left.
So you got a free one.
So I got there and he's leaving, and I thought like he was gonna be like, oh, like no, or just kind of like blow me off or something. So when I tried to take the selfie, he actually posed. He was like,
yeah.
Like kind of like, I was like, oh, that is awesome.
And
But he was moving and walking, so I couldn't get a good one. It came out super blurry. You couldn't even tell who it was. So
well, mine looks awesome. It's like studio quality.
yeah, I'm gonna try it again next year and hopefully get one for free.
This year.
Yeah.
Comic-Con. We got tickets for Comic-Con this year again, guys. So
hey, but sometimes he takes off to other events. So last Comic-Con, he was there for like Friday.
Hey, and I almost got
and
the
then he
picture.
took off.
It's okay. I almost got that picture, so I might be able to get that picture this year again.
He always goes to the Legacy Wars booth.
Mm.
So they always have different games going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually Lions Entertainment or something like that.
Yeah.
He's
Lionsgate.
always there, and he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. I thought that was really cool of him because most people would be like, oh no. Like, and I saw Ric Flair over there too.
Oh, yeah, we
saw Ric Flair.
We're about to walk out. We look to the corner. We see like this old white guy in the corner over there. It's like
you don't know how
you instantly it.
Oh, you don't know how bad I wanted to woo. Like I wanted to woo
me too, and I don't do
so
that
hard.
I'm not loud.
But the thing is, I didn't want to spend like $50 for that picture.
So when you do it, so like you notice these people, you notice these like these actors or these celebrities, right? You see them at the booth. Like if you know them, but if you don't want to go talk to them, don't do it. Because if you say something, you're a fan. You're a fan of this person. Yeah. Oh, well, here's his comic book. Here's this and get his sympathy.
And you're like, no, I like you for the other stuff, not necessarily for this thing.
Next, you end up sending $60 for a picture and a handshake and an autograph. It's like, oh, okay. I wasn't that big of a fan.
Some of them are usually really cool. Like I met Walter Jones, the Black Ranger, and I talked to him for a while. He was pretty cool.
No, yeah, I get it that they're cool, but at the same time, it's like I'm not interested.
Is it the producer, right?
Yeah, I might not be interested in the things that they are currently working on. Where I was a fan of like being the Black Ranger, you know what I mean? And so it's like,
and the agents is the one that are pushing you to buy stuff, not the people.
Not necessarily that.
Yeah. Hey, buy his stuff. This is what he's working on. I was like, I don't want. You were a fan.
Want a photo? You want an
So when I went to get my my Dark Knight signed by Jason Fabic, I wanted to be like, hey man, like I'm a really big fan. But right before he started signing, he's like, hey, can you give me a minute? I was like, yeah. And this guy like comes up, he like goes like next to him, and he had gotten a commission from him, and his commissions are worth a lot of money. Like I'm not gonna say how much, but way out of my budget.
Yeah,
way out of my budget.
Like in the 4 digits. Maybe.
Yeah, it was way out of my budget, and so then he's like, "All right, thanks, man." So I'm like, how am I gonna say I'm a big fan? like that guy's a big fan. Clearly, that guy's a bigger fan.
This guy dropped like 800 to 1,000 on a commission for a thing. He's a huge fan.
He's a huge fan.
He's a big fan.
You're a fan.
I'm just a
casual.
I read that one comic you had. It was good. Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Not $500, but yeah, so I can't say I'm a big fan.
So it's usually Jose that gets commissioned. Like, what are commissions exactly?
Okay, so commissions. There's different kind of commissions you could get. Different artists have different price ranges.
No. Start off in the beginning. So, like, how would you what would you start with the comic book?
So with me, since I'm like into comics, I try to get those.
Batman.
I'm a big Batman fan. So what I try to get is those commissions from the blank sketches.
Mm-hmm. So blank comics they're just comics, but the cover is just a white piece of paper, and so that way people just draw on it.
So you can actually do marker
and stuff. You draw on the cover yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you start.
Or hire somebody.
Yeah, so
I've gotten a couple of good ones. But so Kong is not the biggest fan of an artist that I actually got. It's just not his. It's not in his. We all have different tastes.
Ironic because you like the covers.
Yeah. So which is crazy.
Cameras are affordable.
Yeah,
smoke meth.
But what happened was I got a commission and I saw that he was doing it for $60, and I was like, okay. And he showed me an example of what it was, of how it would so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and get the Devastator. And he's like, who? I'm like, the Devastator. He's probably like busy working on other stuff that he wasn't like so focused in that character at the time. So he was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, but I kind of needed for tomorrow, because tomorrow we're leaving back home. So he's like, all right, cool, I'll get it done. So he got it. Well, I picked it up. I was like kind of excited, but where I messed up is like I probably should have paid a little bit more, so it could have been like a bigger, better, better quality.
So for a good commission, you're looking about $200 for like a good one. For a great
upwards.
one, like $600 to $1,000 for a great.
What was the
full cover.
one that you got from John Boy Myers?
John Boy Myers, that one.
Batman, right?
Batman one, right? I got a Batman one, and I don't want to say how much I paid for it. It wasn't expensive for the quality that I got.
It was super.
So shout out to John Boy Myers, because he puts out some great work.
Yeah,
and
like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
and I told him, like, I had a blank signed by Kevin Conroy, which is the voice of Batman.
Yes. He's a great person.
Yeah, so I was like, hey. So then I gave it to John Boy Myers at a different convention. I was like, hey, I got this one done. I got this signed. Is there any way you could implement the signature into the art? He's like, yeah, I could go ahead and do that. I was like, sweet. So then
he's a cool dude, too.
he knocked it out of the ballpark.
I remember that was our first Comic-Con, because you were telling me, because like we were walking around the Comic-Con so big, like, but at the artist alleyway, there's barely anybody there, because everybody's there for like Marvel, DC, My Little Pony. But at the artist alleyway, it's all the way at the end. Like, there's no lines, barely anybody there. So there's like a bunch of name brand artists there, but like awesome. Nobody's there to see
Nobody knows them, which is like perfect.
Well, we do.
Yeah. Well,
like a handful like fans do know like they're gonna be there, so they're gonna go get their stuff signed. Usually, you get stuff signed, it's free, or they charge like $5, but most of the time it's free if it's personalized.
Yeah.
And you can get commissions like Jose does.
Yeah, I do it sometimes. It depends on the budget that I go with.
You haven't in a while.
Yeah, it depends on the budget that I go with. I haven't had like the best budget lately, but yeah, it depends on my budget. But I've gotten a couple of things. I got some done by Peter Gwen also, who was with us playing Pokemon Go like a year or two later. I like it. I like doing them. It's kind of like a me thing. If you guys ever want to make like a convention more funner, I suggest kind of like looking or Googling for like a little, I guess you could say kind of like a scavenger hunt type thing. So like it'll be like, take a picture with the person cosplayed as Harley Quinn, get a commission, get one of your comic books signed, try to get them signed by everybody on the cover, which is kind of impossible sometimes, because they don't always meet up at the same time. Just like stuff like that, it'll make your convention experience like that much more funner. I would say don't just get stuck on buying like exclusives, or necessarily like hunting like, okay, I want to get these signatures, or I have to get these exclusives.
Sounds like the stuff that I do.
Yeah, we all do it, but the main reason we all kind of go is just to have fun, to kind of like escape our like day-to-day grind from working, and just kind of go out and have fun with it. Like, look around.
The stuff that we like to do.
Yeah, like look around, take pictures like of things, with things, that I kind of do like. So it's kind of like a love-hate kind of type thing with Comic-Con, because it's like, man, you guys have a lot of stuff that we really don't need here, but at the same time, it's like, okay, this South Park background is kind of cool to take a picture with,
Oh yeah, and then last year we got some Peppa Pig stuff that I got for my nephews.
Yeah, so it's fun. There's like, at work we have like this inside joke thing, where if we see somebody like eating, we call them like Peppas. We call them like Pepones. So like, as soon as I saw the picture with Peppa Pig, I was like, I have to take a picture and send them to my coworkers. So.
Oh yeah, they also offer like certain places you could do. You go on, it's green screen, and then you go in there, and then you do your little thing, and then they'll add like effects in there. So I think you'll see it on our Instagram. You have one of you powering up as a Dragon Ball Z character, powering up.
Oh yeah, we had. I took mine down because mine was embarrassing.
Why you got to leave it in there?
Because it's embarrassing.
Just leave it in there.
Maybe.
We have the Power Ranger one too. Like we do.
Man.
Like it's morphin' time. You know, I chose to be the yellow. Yeah.
I chose red.
Manchester chose
which one did you get? You got green, right?
I think I got green.
Yeah.
No, because the reason I chose the yellow, because
yeah, it was green.
Because this guy in front of me, no, there was like 3 other people in front of me. So there was a Mexican guy, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna choose. What is it? He chose
red, probably.
Red for the Mexican. And then there was a black guy in front of me, and he chose black. I was like, I wanted to do the green, but I was like, I'm just gonna go with you guys. I'll just go yellow, man. You know what? I'll just go yellow. Because in the original series, the yellow was Asian. The black was black. The
Mexican dude.
Mexican dude was red.
Was red.
Yeah,
he wasn't Mexican. He was Native American.
What? Potato.
Yeah.
He's Mayan.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have videos up. Then this year we did Shazam one where in the back screen you say Shazam. Then my body has the Shazam body, but it's the head. You can see my head. You know, you do all the lightning and stuff.
Yeah. Usually they're pretty good. They usually like count you down. They're like 3, 2, 1, go.
Like,
but for me, the girl was just I don't know what the hell happened. I was like. So I just say Shazam, and when I said Shazam, it like powered me. I was like, oh, and there was my try. I only got one take.
You always go back and do it again. I mean, I did it twice because I entered the wrong number. I do that sometimes. I forget my number. Sometimes you got to put in a 1, 209. It's like, oh, okay, I just put 209. So yeah.
Yeah. So
this is our episode of Just Kidding, Man. You know,
man. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Then again, you know, it's El Diablo, Magic Man, and Jose.
And Jose Meister.
Yeah.
Wait, quick. So it's gonna be new anime season.
It's starting.
Make sure to catch up. One Punch Man should be coming out.
I've been reading the manga, guys. It's solid.
Well, we'll talk more next week though, about it because we'll be watching it.
Attack on Titan. Season 3, Part 2, and what else?
A couple other ones.
And a couple of other good ones. So
we'll talk more next week.
We'll talk about it more next week and give you our review on it.
Thank you.
This has been Just Kidding, Man. We're out.
Thank you.